Right, for want of nothing better to do, let's see what's involved in getting this tank off. Seat's off already because I took it off in an earlier video. It would be nice to start getting this tank stripped down and the paint taken off it. So 2 bolts at the back here. Okay, right, I'm going to take them off, because if I don't I'll lose them. Probably lose them anyway. Right, what else? There's going to be a fuel pipe, no doubt. Again. Oh, that's loose. We'll probably have to go through that. Well, the carb's loose as well. We'll probably have to. That's my boiling water, it's running shit. Don't think it was though. Yeah, I might have to get a rebuild kit on the fuel petcock. We'll see. Right, by the looks of it, there's some electrical wires which are going to go to this control panel, so let's see if we can get that off. And then we want an Allen key. We've got a load of manky old petrol in as well that I've got to get rid of. Okay, well, we'll just lay that down there for the time being. Who's texting me? Oh, I'm getting instructions off my daughter, so start cooking dinner. Suppose I better do as I'm told. What is stopping us? Oh, there's another fuel pipe. Must be a return or something, I don't know. Let me come round, because I can't see a thing. That's a strange arrangement. I'll have a look at that later. It goes off into a T, then goes off somewhere else. But there's another dint there. Look, I didn't notice that. 2 we're going to sort out. There we go. That should be off. Right, we can start work on that now. But she's a bit grotty under there, to be honest. Yeah, she's going to need a bit of a clean up. Can that be disconnected? Where's that go to? Because that, although it's plastic chrome, it should clean up and shine quite well. But if we can see where it's going to. It's going into that panel. There's a panel in there and I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to have a look at that later. Get that off. Right. Let me get that on the bench, I think. Right. We have the shitey old tank on here. It is in a bit of a state. It's worse than I thought, to be honest. I've got a plastic bag here, which I've written the word tank on it. You don't need me to explain why, do you? It's got nothing to do with the fact that if I didn't do that I'd just lose everything. Now there's a little bracket on here which probably won't need painting, simply because it's underneath that chrome top panel. So we'll just unbolt this and pop it in the bag. I'm quite looking forward to seeing this in its NATO green colour. I've probably said before, when I applied, I'd already planned to make this green, and when I applied for the logbook, because I didn't get a logbook with it, I changed the colour to green even before I changed the colour, so kind of committed. Right, there was a load of rubbers on the back here, mounting rubbers. They're already off and they're in the bag. I did buy the kit. There was all the keys. I just dug the keys out somewhere. Let me have a bit of a tidy up. This is a shithole. Right, that's a little bit better. Not much. Now that there, I believe, is just a vent. Pop that in the bag as well. We've got all the tank parts in one place then. Then we can lose them all together instead of just losing bits and pieces. Cap. There's a little bit of fuel in it which I need to get out as well. Key, I've just had them a minute ago. Right, here we go. I don't think this lock's the greatest. The key don't even go all the way in it. Right, 2 JIS, I'm assuming, screws. So I will get my JIS screwdriver. I'm showing off now because I've got JIS screwdrivers, which I spent years not having. Now I've got them. I'm the big man. I've got JIS screwdrivers. Don't mess with me. And the reason I got them is someone on the top said to me, why don't you get JIS screwdrivers? And I thought, do you know what? I really should. Right, there is there's little O-rings under those screws holding that cap on. Know why? But yeah, little O-rings. So I suppose, presumably, it's because that goes right through. I suppose we ought to be thinking about putting them back on. Oh, that bloody hose. Let me get a cable tie around that just to stop it doing what it's doing. Like that. Just organise me. Piss up some breweries, mate. Oh, shit on. Right. Shall we have a look at the comments? I haven't had a look at the comments for a long time. Where's YouTube? Ah, it'll be that one with YouTube on it. Someone actually said to me, I must have mentioned that I need to stop swearing in my videos. And someone actually said, if you do, I'm going to unsubscribe. I found that amusing. Oh dear. Right. I don't know if there's any, I don't get that many comments. I don't encourage them, I suppose. There's a lot of guys that they make these YouTube videos, and I can see why they do it, but it's every single video. It's like, hit the like button, smash the thing to be notified, and you know. And the way I see it is, if you guys want to be notified and you want to watch my videos, you'll hit it anyway. You ain't going to hit it just because I told you to, are you? Well, maybe you are, I don't know. Right. Where's my videos? Motorcycle Junkie, that's me, isn't it? Yeah, I'm in one of them I can't be bothered moods at the minute. Your videos. Oh no, you ain't seen them ones yet, because some of them on there. At the minute, because I know winter's coming, and that's a silly thing. I'm building up a little bit of backlog, so the video you're watching right now happened about 3 weeks ago. I will catch up. We will all get into the same place, but it just helps me out with winter. Kawasaki GPZ. Let's get this on wheels. Oh, I uploaded that one. No, I don't think I have. Oh, I don't know. No, I don't. Go away. I don't want to try herbal essence. Do I look like a bloke that needs herbal essences? Fucking hell, I ain't got that much hair, and what I have got is grey. The last thing I need is herbal essences. Oh, I can't find it. I can't even find out to get to the comments. I don't generally use YouTube on my phone. That's why I'm struggling. Because I tend to use my laptop or my desktop. Anyway, yeah, we'll find them later. Anyway, where was I? I got sidetracked. Tank. I've got the cap off. Tell you what we'll do. We'll turn the camera off, and we'll try and drain some of that fuel off out of there off camera. Right, that's most of it out. Not all of it, but most of it. We'll something rattling about inside. I don't know what it is, but we'll worry about that later. I'm going to try and remove this petcock. Might regret this. Let's try. Don't know what the seals are going to be like now. I'm going to have to do it with a spanner. I just can't get that in. A spanner, not a wrench for you Americans. There's spanners over here. I find that quite fascinating actually, why we all call things different things, and who's right and who's wrong. That's what held the petcock in. I will have a look. I mean, I don't know that there's anything wrong with this, but if a rebuild kit is cheap enough, it would make sense to put a rebuild kit on it. But for the time being, in the bag she goes. Seal or anything on there? No. Right, what I'm probably going to do is the underside of the tank. I'm going to rub that down, get the worst of it off, and then just put some hand painted black direct to rust paint on it, because you're not going to see it. And then we'll try and do a nice quality paint job on the front, on the top side, and all will look well. What I am going to try and do, and I don't think this is going to be possible. Where's it gone? I've got a thin metal rod here, just a stainless steel bit of lump of metal, and I'm just going to see if I can. Any way I can get in there, push that down. No, not a chance. No hope whatsoever. We've got to fill them. So, the next jobberoonie. I think we've got everything there in the old tank bag. The next job is to pull all the paint off it, get my wire wheel on it and strip that down to bare metal. I will show you the start of me doing that, and then we'll turn the camera off, and then I'll show you the completed job. You don't really want to sit there hours watching me tear paint off, do you? Right, this is what I'm starting with. It's a twisted wire wheel attachment for the angle grinder. Very aggressive. Let's give it a go. Very aggressive and very noisy, so I'll cheer my neighbours up. Bloody hell's that alarm going off? Yeah, anyway, let me carry on. We'll get that down to bare metal. And there it is, fully stripped. Not the underside obviously, because I told you what I'm going to do with that, but all the paint from the outside is gone. Took a bit of work, but we got there. We'll give that a quick sand, and yeah, there's a few dings and dints and things that we've got to look at. There's one there, there's a big one there, a couple of little ones in the top that should sort easily enough, and then the worst damage is here on that side, big old ding there. So yeah, overall not in bad shape. Inside, tremendously good. There is absolutely spotless inside there. So we'll pop that back in just to keep that debris free. Unfortunately, time has got the better of me, and we're going to have to leave it there for today. But we will resume on with this tomorrow or whenever. Cheers, guys. And another day, another dollar, or is it another pound, because we're in the UK. What we're doing next, I want to get that exhaust off at some point today, but not right now. I do like them. Maybe I'm biased. I want to try and start dealing with the multitude of dents. Everyone says dents. I'm going to deal with the multitude of dents on this tank. I'm going to try anyway. I've got my body filler there, brand spanky new pot of it. Although I suspect I might be wishing I'd bought a bigger one. Incidentally, and I'm not sponsored by this, but if I find a good deal, I'm going to tell you about it. Direct Retail Outlet, and I think it's directretailoutlet.com. Filler, spray paint, sandpaper, all sorts of shit like that. They're really cheap, really good prices, and they don't charge any carriage. Like I said, not sponsored, just come across them, go and check them out. Meanwhile, let me get the camera set up and we'll make a start on this one here, I think. Filler time. I've never been that good with filler and sanding down and everything, but I'm kind of inspired now by the way that front mudguard turned out. So I'm hoping I can make a half decent job of this tank. And I now know that I could have made a better job of the mudguard, but even the job I've made, I'm very happy with it. It's up there. Shiny. Anyway, I was going to put it on, but I'm wheeling the old bike in and out the shed, and I think it would end up getting damaged, so I shall leave it there for the time being. Anyway, let's mix up this shite. Oh, I do love the smell of this stuff. Gorgeous. Dollop more. There isn't that much in here actually. quite expensive as well. I think that little tin was about £7-8. And I don't like this shit here, this little packet. You used to get like a plastic tube, like a toothpaste type tube. I mean, that's shite. Right, I'm going to try and get in your way here because it's not a good place to put the camera. A pea to a golf ball, is it? Some shite like that. So I'm just mixing up a very small amount. I'm not going to try and do all of the dents in one fell swoop. I don't know if this, I've never tried it, but would this stuff go off eventually if you never put any hardener in it? I'm kind of guessing that it would. And I do need to get myself an onion board as well, because whenever I'm mixing shit like this or JB Weld or anything, I'm always finding lumps of plastic or bits of wood to mix it on. And I really don't want to keep fucking about like that. So it's probably going to be quite a deep dent, this one. This is the worst one of the lots. I'm setting about the very worst one, but I think we're almost certainly going to need 2 or 3 passes. This is going on so much nicer than that black shit that I was using on the mudguard. Yeah, I'm not even, I can tell straight away that that's not filled that dent at all, but I don't think it's worth even trying to. So we'll let that go off. Let's use the rest of it, what I've made up here, on some of these smaller dents. Dents? Why do I say dents? It's dents. Behave yourself. So, a little one there. I'm sure there's many others. I don't think I'm aiming for perfection. In fact, I don't think I'm capable of perfection. Because I'm not a bodywork man, never have been. Right, we'll get a bit of a skim in there, because there's a slight dent where the original badge was. Anything else? Anyone? Any more for any more? I'm sure there is, but there's a big one there, but I ain't got enough filler to get in there at the minute. We'll use up what we have got. Okie dokie. Lovely. That'll do. Let's let that go off. And we will come back. While that's going off, let us have a look at this mudguard, or fender. No, that's not mudguard. I'm not looking at the mudguard. What am I thinking of? No, I'm just folding my legs up. Just give me a second. Exhaust. We call it an exhaust. Our friends over the water call it a muffler. Now, are they going to come undone? Who knows? It's in a bit of a state. It's rusty round here. Don't know what that thing is. Seems a little bit weird. It's got a hose clamp on it there for some reason, no idea why. We'll find out when we get it off. And it is in general need of a damn good clean and a you know, we'll do what we can with it, sort of thing. I don't think the chances of getting another one exist. So right, let me grab some tools and we'll start trying to whip that off. Right, we'll start with them two. So 13, that's wrong, it's probably a 12. Oh, I'm not liking that. Let me get a spanner, or a wrench, as our friends over the water like to say. If that shears off, we could be in a whole world of pain. Oh, it's moved, but I don't like it. Right, I'm going to go back in a little. Let me get some shite on it. I mean, putting this stuff on really is pointless, if I'm to be honest, because it doesn't get where you need it to be, but let's play the game anyway. So now, I don't care if the nut comes off or the whole stud pulls out, I couldn't give a shit, but what I don't want is the stud breaking. That'll not be good. I think we might be okay on this one. We are going to take the engine out. I think I've told you at some point that we will be doing that, and I shall explain why at a later date. Okay, right, I think we're okay with that one. I think it is winding the whole stud out, but like I said, not a problem. We can deal with that. Let's try this other one here. Are you going to play nicely? Oh, I think this one's okay. Hey up. That shouldn't have happened. That's just completely broken half. And I've barely touched it. That must have already been done. Wonder what the chances of being able to find one of them are. I certainly didn't break that. I think someone's just put it together and sort of used the bolts to clamp the two halves, but we'll have a look. We'll see what we can do with it. Yeah, that's wound the whole stud out, but not a problem. Right, what we got here? Yeah, it's wound both studs out. I wonder if we could JB weld that back together. I'll have a look online, see if there is a possibility of getting another one, but I'm not hopeful. Not hopeful at all. Anyway, I think that's a problem for a later date. Let's see if we can get that mount there off. How good is JB weld? JB weld. Would it hold that together? Someone's been here before. because that is rounded. It's rounded to rounded a lot. Let me get some mole grips. I really shouldn't be surprised that parts on this bike are seized and broken, because it's just the way it is with this. Oh yeah, bugger, that is tight. Let me see if I can get them on long ways. Did that go or did it slip off? No, it slipped off. I think Gary the grinder might be coming out in soon and paying us a visit. Because this, actually, I've just noticed that I don't know if you can see that. Get you the right way up. But that's like a hooked thing. It's just like sliding off the bolt, so although that's still need dealing with, I think I should be able to get it off. And then I can just worry about the bolt later. What's just fallen off? Well, it's the collets for the exhaust. These things here, they've just fallen off the front. Hang on. Down here. Yeah, they clamp up on the exhaust front. See if we can drive this back. It's kind of mostly out, but I think we're going to have to end up cutting that bolt off. There we go. The bolt's not undoing, but I'm just sort of walking it out, sort of thing. The problem we've got now is it's getting hung up on the front, so it's not being allowed to go back any further. Yeah, I think we're going to have to. See, I don't want to cut that front bolt, because if I do, I'm going to get grinder marks on this chrome washer. Well, it was a chrome washer at one point, but it's seen better days. Right, I'm going to work on that. I'll bring you back. Well, we got it off in the end. What I had to do, I cut the head off this side. Just undo that. Oh, come here, you bugger. So yeah, I cut the head off this side, but then it wouldn't go through. It wouldn't push through that way because the swing arm was in the way. So I had to get the disc grinder, cut the head off the other side as well. I did, unfortunately, destroy that washer, so we're either going to have to do something with that or find another one. But the exhaust is off nonetheless. Let's take a quick look at it, shall we? again, I did unfortunately beat on that a little bit, so we have to tickle that bracket up with a what do you call it, a file. Now it's in a bit of a state. Ideally it wants replacing, but I don't think I'm going to get one. Now that hose clamp, I think that was someone's bodged a little patch on to sort of hole in the exhaust pipe, and then just put a hose clamp on it to try and seal it up. Anyway, I think the best thing we can do, let's have a bit of a tidy up. I think the best thing we can do is clean that up best we can, and let's see what we're left with, eh? Right, before I start cleaning this up, I've just popped inside to see if these things here are available, and amazingly they are, and they're not terribly expensive. £11.41 and £7.30 postage, so about 18.5 quid. Me being the tight ass that I am though, I'm going to try and repair this. Those of you that follow my channel know that I cannot abide greedy bastard bike breakers on eBay that ask extortionate prices for parts, and I've just found a perfect example. I've just told you what the price of that is. Brand spanking new, 18.5 quid, delivered to my door. It's a lot of money for a little piece of aluminium, but if you need it, you need it. There's a bike breaker on there, JP something or other, can't remember. He's got a second-hand one. He wants £36 for it and £6 post and packing. 36 quid. Now I can kind of understand if it was kind of a part that you can't get hold of and what have you, but you know, greedy bastards. And the reason, I've said it before, the reason I can't abide them is because guys that run bikes like these 125s, they're probably students, they're probably young people, they probably ain't got a lot of money, and they're going to end up scrapping their bike because of greedy bastards that can't supply a part at a reasonable price. I really hope that bloke goes bankrupt. He deserves to go bankrupt, charging prices like that. Anyway, rant over. I am going to attempt to fix this. I don't know how successful it'll be, but if I can't, I'll just buy a new one. Job's a good one. Oh dear. I'm just mixing up some JB Weld here, and I shall tell you why in a minute. But if you've got a motorcycle exhaust off and you're mixing up JB Weld, it's not good, is it? Right, let me tell you what we got here. There's a couple of little pinholes just here, which I've put some JB Weld in, but I need some more. So tiny little pinholes, not a massive problem. This is loose and rattling, I don't know why. I think there should be another one. Hang on, can you see it? Let's get you in shot. This here. I think there should be another one here, but it's missing. And then there's just that frame, which is bust off one side anyway. It's quite badly corroded on the back. It's all rusty round the front, this bit here. And the worst part, well, smacked myself on the head with it, that plate that was Jubilee clipped or the hose clamped on was hiding this, and that is what the JB Weld's for. So it's not good, but I think we can squeeze another MOT out of it. So the plan is, I have a plan, I have a cunning plan. Behave yourself, camera. The back of this I'm just going to paint with some silver heat resistant paint. I've got some. We're going to fill them holes with JB Weld. we're going to fill this with JB Weld. I'm then going to wrap the exhaust all the way to this point here, and then this here I'm going to paint with heat resistant paint. Hopefully that should get us another MOT out of it, but it is fucked. It does want replacing. Also on the back here, I've got some black heat resistant. I can paint the back of that just to make it look a little bit tidy. With regards to the front of it, I don't know why that's rattling. We'll look into that. This here, I've got a plate here which come from a, I think I bought it from a moped or something, but I'm wondering whether I can somehow maybe get that on. Maybe would it look shit? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to do some work on it, see if I can make it look a little bit better than it actually looks. Right, that's the first pass. The filler. That one don't seem too bad, that just needs a little skim. That one there, very low, needs a lot more in there. I think that's a little low. And again, that one's not bad, that's come a little low in the middle. So, yeah, we'll just carry on working that until we get there. There's a dent somewhere I missed as well, where was it? Oh yeah, just there, look, there's a dent. So I need to drop a bit of filler in there, but let's get another little batch mixed up then, shall we?